Hey guys, it's JaaackJack and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's planner video because today I'm going to show you my setup in my new bullet journal. This is the new 5mm dot grid journal from Erin Condren, and if you're familiar with Erin Condren products, then you know that they already offered a dot grid petite journal, but it's slightly different. So I wanted to go over the two different dot grid journals in this video, and then we'll begin with my setup. First, can we just talk about how beautiful and simplistic this color block design is with the metallic strip through it? It's so beautiful. So the new journals come in two different colors as of right now. They have Lagoon, which is the one I have, and then Charcoal, which looks like this. Again, super clean and simplistic. I love it. So the first thing I noticed when I opened the new dot grid journal is that these pages are actually numbered, which is pretty cool, especially if you're big into using the index of your bullet journal to flip through and find different pages. And yes, this journal features a few pages for the index in the beginning, which is also pretty cool. There are a total of 80 pages, which is standard for all Erin Condren petite journals. Now, if we open up the older dot grid journal, we can see the difference in size right away. The newer one features a smaller dot grid size. The dot grid size for the new one is 5mm, whereas the older one is 7mm. I also noticed the opacity, is that the right word? It doesn't sound correct to me, but like the darkness of the actual dots are different in the journals. The older one has darker dots and the newer one has lighter, more faded dots, which I actually like better. I also like that the EC logo was removed from the top right hand corner, allowing for more space to create whatever kind of spread or layout you want. Lastly, I noticed a difference in the color of the pages. The newer one has a sort of yellow tint to it. It's like a warm white, whereas the older dot grid is a bright white. And in all honesty, I would have preferred the newer one to have that bright white color because I feel like it makes colors look better, like when you're coloring and stuff. I feel like it makes the colors pop and look better, but it's not the end of the world, so we'll survive. These both retail for $9 each. I'll leave them both linked below in case you want to pick them up. But yeah, I'll be using the newer dot grid journal for my bullet journal setup. So let's go ahead and begin, shall we? So you're going to notice that I've already kind of penciled in the designs that I want to do. So I'm really just going to be tracing over and showing you kind of the setup that I have. So if you guys watch my planner videos, you know that I use an Erin Condren life planner, an hourly life planner, which I love. And I still plan to continue using that. But I wanted to incorporate a bullet journal into kind of like my planner routine because I absolutely love the creative freedom you have with bullet journaling. You can create any kind of spread and layout that you want. It's so customizable. You can go all out with, your doodles and designs, or you can keep it really basic and simple. That's like the beauty of bullet journaling. So I was thinking to myself, what could I use a bullet journal for that I can do separately from my planner, which is like basically my daily to-do list. And I thought it'd be so perfect to do a faith bullet journal. So this is all of my faith related things like my Bible studying and my daily devotionals, my prayers, all that kind of stuff is going to be here in this bullet journal. So I'm really, really excited to start this. So we're starting April, and I really wanted to do a bee themed layout with like the honeycombs and everything like that, like the little hexagons. I just thought it would be so cute. And I've seen this before. I follow a lot of like Bible journaling posts on Instagram and Pinterest, and I've seen this before where they use Proverbs 16:24, which is kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul. And so, it kind of ties in with the bee theme. So I thought it was just so perfect and just so cute. So this is my monthly cover page basically. So it says April at the top, and then we have our fun little design. And then I want to, like, with each monthly cover page, I want to do a verse. And so this is the verse that I chose because it just kind of goes with the theme. Hopefully I can keep each monthly verse that I pick, I can kind of create a theme that goes with it, similar to this one. So hopefully we can keep that going. So I just freehanded these little hexagons, and because we're using a dot grid journal, it makes it easier to kind of stay uniform with your design and like kind of just trace it. So if I was like freehanding this on a blank page, it would be so terrible. And so that's it for the April monthly page, which I love how it turned out. So the next page I wanted in my faith bullet journal was a monthly like Bible reading log. And I feel like this is going to look different every single month, but I had this idea to use the little hexagons, like draw hexagons and mark them for each like chapter I read in whatever book I'm studying for the month. And right now I'm working my way through the book of Matthew. I feel like I've been working on this book for so long. Like, why am I so slow at this? Hopefully this monthly Bible reading page will help me finally finish the book of Matthew, which I'm not trying to rush through it at the same time, because I know it's important to really study and read the word and like understand everything that you're reading. So I'm not trying to just breeze through it. I think that's probably why it's taken me so long. But I'm hoping that this page will just help me stay accountable and like finish and make my goal of reading this whole book. Gosh, why did I make that sound so complicated? So I decided to draw a giant hexagon and write the book of Matthew in there. And I have like these little drips that are supposed to be like honey. And I colored it in with an orange. So the hexagon as a whole is yellow, and then the honey drips are orange. So there's that contrast, and I think it looks really cool. And then of course we got the little bee doodles, and now I'm going to make smaller hexagons, and I'm going to do 28 because there's 28 chapters in the book of Matthew, and I'm currently on chapter 13, but I didn't fill it in when I made this page, but I'm going to color them in once I'm done with like each one. So hopefully by the end of the month, all 28 little hexagons will be filled in. I'll keep you guys posted on that. And now the next page I wanted to add in here is going to be called Easter Park Day. So my church does this annual park day the weekend before Easter, and it's a lot of fun. Last year was my first time attending, so I'm really excited to go again this year, and I want to be sure to take pictures, and I want to put at least 3, well actually only 3, that's all that will fit in here. I want to put down and like tape in 3 Polaroid pictures. So I'm just making this little outline, and I measured it to like fit the Polaroids that I do have, like the little film strip, so it'll fit perfectly in there. So I just did Easter Park Day at the top, and then I drew this little honey jar, which I think looks really ugly. Like I don't like this doodle. I was like loving everything so far in the bullet journal, and then I drew this and I was like, why did I do that? It's so ugly. So I'm just drawing these like rectangles, and yeah, after Easter Park Day, I'll fill those in with my little Polaroids. So the next page in here, I wasn't sure if I was going to do something like this, but I ended up going through and like, I'm going to give it a try and see how it goes. So this is going to be my April prayers for the month. So I want to try and focus on, I don't know, maybe I'll change this next month, but at least for this month of April, I want to focus on 3 specific prayers that I'll just continue to pray, because I think it's important to be consistent in your prayers. So I drew 3 hexagons, so I'll put the 3 things that I'm going to be praying for that month, and I put a quote at the bottom, and this is just kind of a reminder of how it's important to be consistent in your prayers. Matthew 26:44 says, "So he went to pray a 3rd time, saying the same things again." So that's just like my little encouragement. Like, don't be ashamed or afraid to keep praying the same prayers. The next section in my faith bullet journal is my daily devotional, and I'm pretty I don't know exactly how I want to do this. If you guys have any suggestions on how you do your daily devotional, I would love to hear it in the comments. I'd love some more ideas on what to do. Right now I'm thinking, because every day I open my Bible app and I love seeing the verse of the day, Or I also have a daily devotional book that I can open and it'll have a verse for that day. But I'm thinking of, whatever I read, I'll write, what verse it is. And then in the space like that I provide, I'll just write a little blurb of how I felt or like what I learned from that. That's what I'm thinking of doing. If you guys do your daily devotionals differently, please share with me in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you guys do yours. So as far as the decoration part, as you can see, I'm doing some stamps. This is the hexagon design from Erin Condren, and it's perfect. It looks like a honeycomb, like it looks like a beehive. So I am just using the yellow stamp, and I'm like using a tiny touch of the orange as well, so it has kind of that contrast and the different dimension and color to it. I think it is so perfect and a lot faster too. Sorry if you can hear Lilo barking in the back. She likes to bark for no reason. Anyone else have a dog like that just barks for no reason at all? But anyways, the stamping was so much easier than actually drawing the hexagons myself. So this is what the first week, I'm starting this on April 8th. So I didn't start this right at the beginning of April. I'm starting April 8th. So this first week in here, this is kind of the layout I'm going for. I'm just writing the day of the week in like my little faux calligraphy writing, and then the stamps as little accents on the page. And since this is my first time doing this, I wanted each week to have kind of a different layout so I could see what works best. So for the next week, I am just keeping it simple and just doing the whole week on one page and writing Monday through Sunday, just down the line like that. And then just for decoration, I'm just kind of scribbling with a yellow marker. And that's really it. I didn't do too much. I wanted to keep it simple. And yeah, that's it for the second week. For the week after that, I wanted to try something a little more creative, and I was totally inspired by this picture that I found on Pinterest. And so for each day, I drew this giant hexagon, which is where I will write my daily devotional, and then I wrote the day of the week right next to it. The last week of April has only 2 days in it, so I just kind of followed the same layout format and like decoration and design as the first week that I put in here. So that's all I did for that. And the last page I have in here, I wanted to do a kind of like a gratitude page. So I wrote, I'm thankful for, and then I have the little bees for decoration. And then throughout the month, I'm just going to fill it in with different things that I'm grateful for. So that's my little gratitude page, and I can't wait to fill it up. So that wraps it up for my setup in my faith bullet journal. I hope you guys enjoyed. The monthly Bible reading page is definitely my favorite out of all of them. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, maybe monthly videos of my faith bullet journal, make sure you let me know in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions for what pages I should add next month, definitely let me know that as well. And I'll see you guys next time.